It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Denver Nuggets at Pepsi Center. Looking at Denver, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And tonight, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's decide on a nickname once and for all. Big fella, you going with the alphabet or the Greek Freak?
Greek Freak is catchier, but as he gets better, he'll become a super freak. Oof. Like my main man Joel from high school.
Yes.
He was a freak.
Yes. He may soon be calling him the perennial MVP.
I think Greek Freak has a better ring to it.
Yeah, I do too. But if you think, a lot of teams passed on this guy. I know what they're saying to themselves. You know what they're calling themselves? Dummies.
Oh,
That's a good one.
that was quick. And now we go to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. The Bucks will end the road trip here before heading back to Milwaukee. Guys, when you compare their performance last season to where they sit right now, not a whole lot different story. Not necessarily a big surprise either.
And I think for the Bucks, they haven't let down their fan base in terms of where they are early in the season. They've notched some huge wins and just kind of edged themselves up the standing.
Well, riddle me this. Can they keep coming up with those huge wins? Can they keep edging up in the standings? Not sure, because we're getting to the part of the schedule where the great teams separate themselves from the good ones.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, thanks very much. Now, after the Nuggets added Nikola Jokic to the starting lineup, they finished the 16-17 season as the best offensive team in basketball. Now, last year we saw some regression, but this is still a young team that's learning how to play together and trying to climb the ladder of a very competitive Western Conference. Kevin?
A team on the rise, DA. We'll see. Already, Brent, we've seen a changing of the guard of some teams where a new player is now the #1 option.
Well, I expected that this year we were going to have some of this take place. A lot of the reason why I would point to it is that you had 9 new coaches in the NBA this year. So there's going to be opportunity on some of those teams for somebody to take advantage of a new offense, a new way to play, a new way to get up and down the floor. And with that opportunity, some guys are taking full advantage of it.
I love the new opportunities, though, for some players that may have been pushed to the side a bit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I like the opportunity maybe for some of these teams to start changing some of the older guard with their squad. Maybe come trade deadline. I think this year there's going to be a lot of movement come February because of those coaching changes.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is down low with Lopez. Malcolm Brogdon out there at Bledsoe. And it's Middleton in at the 3. Now here's Middleton. Millsap with the steal. Harris outside. Outside Millsap. Barton trying to get open. Off target with his 3. So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against the Clippers. Knocked away. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. Passes to Millsap. Ring shot on the way. Dives for it, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. About a minute played so far here in the first. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupations.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, you know, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
Well, the improvement we saw during Giannis Antetokounmpo's first few years in the league went from raw to ridiculous in a hurry.
Here's Murray. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
All keyed right there from the lead pass, right on the money.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Middleton on the wing. 11 feet away. Antetokounmpo, no good. Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Barton. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, you go in there weak like that, and a guy like Giannis with his length is going to throw it away.
And Barton throws it down.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Murray. Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
The coaching staff has to like that ball movement, and it began with Bledsoe.
The Nuggets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. There's the lob for Harris. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. It's stolen by Harris. Pass to Millsap. Makes it off the glass. Millsap's got his first points of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Antetokounmpo against Millsap. Lopez outside. Pass to Brogdon. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Bledsoe. 17 points in his last outing. There's the pass to Brogdon. Middleton for 3.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Eric Bledsoe, Greg, one of the league's best slashers.
Yeah, he gets to the rim with regularity, and he finishes at a high rate, lives at the line. He is a nightmare in the open court.
And the first one at the line is good.
Amazingly, the Bucks, one of the slower teams in the league last season in terms of their pace. And when you're talking about a team with tremendous length and athleticism, you think that maybe speed would come along with it and that they get out and thrive in transition. Not the case last year.
That one misses. And the Bucks, still a top 10 offense last season, got to the line in bunches.
They got to the line, got into the interior, got into the paint, but their outside shooting is still a concern, Kevin. When you're down a lot of points and you need to stretch out the defense to come back in games, it's not something that they could do last year. So maybe looking to pick up a few guys on their roster to help expand the three-point shooting game.
Lets a floater go, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Brogdon the pass to Lopez. Good defense by Jokic.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Now, this is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible. Not getting anything to go.
Now here's Bledsoe. Following the miss by Paul Millsap. Lopez battles through traffic and lays it in.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
The drive by Jokic. Bledsoe outside. Brogdon finds Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets, coming off that loss against the Nets.
And unfortunately for them, they just ran into a hot shooting team and really had no answers.
This is what happens when you take nothing away defensively. Just too inactive in this game on that end of the floor.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Toronto, they hold the first place spot in the conference, just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And of course, Milwaukee, 4.5 games behind.
And I think for the Bucks, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season, but they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hoped they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
Rocket 2, and that one's good. Jokic.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Bledsoe with it. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, Kevin, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Bucks passing it around. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Kicks to Bledsoe. Passes to Brogdon. To the wing right side. Rocket 6. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Well, Chris Middleton is such a versatile scorer, and because he has the ability to put the ball down on the floor, sometimes defenders are not as willing to close out to him, but last year was in the 74th percentile in spot-up jump shots. It can be devastating from there.
First one falls for him. And Middleton can hurt you from anywhere. But his mid-range game, Brent, his mid-range game stands out.
Yeah, people don't really realize how effective Chris has been from the mid-range. He's up there with Kevin Durant statistically in some of the numbers. And the fact that he's got that long frame, any switchable defender that's smaller than him gives him the immediate advantage.
And Chris Middleton 2 seasons ago tore his hamstring completely off the bone. I mean, he's come back and hasn't missed a beat. One of the most well-rounded players you'll see.
Murray, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Great focus from Murray, really sticking it to the D right there with the tough and one.
And Chris Middleton with maybe, Greg, his best season yet in 2017-18.
It just seems like he gets better every year. A former second-round pick, now all-star caliber. He's worked extremely hard, stayed in the lab, and now we're seeing the results.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Porter comes in for Barton, and Isaiah Thomas subbed in for Harris.
Gentlemen.
You love a good mid-range game. We don't see it that much, but I know you have a couple guys you think have a pretty strong mid-range game.
You know, Chris Paul still has dominated the mid-range, Kevin. It was interesting because him joining the Houston Rockets, who it's all about threes and layups. Daryl Morey, I think, recognized we need somebody that can come off the pick and roll and make those kind of plays happen, not only at the rim for Capella, but shoot it himself. So Chris Paul still dominates in the mid-range. Kawhi Leonard has shown some skills at the mid-range, even though last year, obviously just 9 games, he's still a dangerous weapon. It'll be interesting to see if that's still part of his arsenal for this season. And then C.J. McCollum has been one of the best mid-range scorers in the league for the Portland Trail Blazers over the past couple of seasons.
Bucks trail by 4. To the paint, here's Ilyasova. Good defense by Jokic.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
And that one's good. Millsap. So it's the Bucks now. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
And they had some trouble with this group a year ago. And it's a bit of a head scratcher as to why, given the way both teams ended the year.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Thomas kicks to Millsap. There's the feed to Murray. The kick out to Porter. Thomas with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. That one falls.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Tremendous focus with the bigger guy all over him. It speaks to the toughness he has down there.
Now here's Bledsoe. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Bledsoe likes to get to the interior. That time, a good job getting near the bucket to score.
Thomas passes to Millsap. At the elbow, Jokic. Murray outside. No good on the triple. Bucks trail by 4. Here's Bledsoe. Great D that time from Thomas. And here's Thomas who brings it up for Denver. Murray outside. Pass to Millsap. Outside Thomas. Jokic on top. Fires. High post. And it's Denver scoring again.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Ilyasova finds Brogdon. No good with the triple.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Thomas passes to Porter. Here's Jokic. And again, it's Denver.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Away from home, you got to execute. And they did that flawlessly.
Never really perfect on the offensive end, and probably 1 or 2 possessions they'd love to have back. But on the whole, a tremendous synergy on offense.
For the Nuggets, Plumlee comes in for Jokic. And Lyle subbed in for Paul Millsap. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Thon Maker's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Tony Snell comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. That's his first foul. The Nuggets leading by 8. Stolen. Connaughton passes to Maker. He gets it in there.
And Maker just needs to shoot the ball with consistency from that spot on the floor.
Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Murray. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Hill.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good. Murray.
Really crushing the glass last season were the Nuggets, 7th overall in the league in rebounding and 2nd in offensive rebounds, which created a lot of second chance opportunities.
Now here is Hill. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. He dishes it to Snell. It's back to Hill. 4 on the shot clock. Ilyasova hits the bucket. And talking about the Nuggets, they've been a good rebounding team now for a while.
Yeah, top 10 in the league over the past 7 seasons. Not a lot of people talk about their rebounding prowess, but the boards are one of those sneaky places where they can get possession and control the game a bit. He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
Here's Hill. And that one, good. Hill's got his first points of the game.
Well, sometimes being long and athletic can help you finish through contact. George Hill with a great job there.
Murray outside. That shot is off. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Pass to Snell. Banked in off the glass.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, for both teams, we're seeing great synergy on offense, but some lackluster defense.
Now, here's Lyons. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Hill against Thomas. We've got 28 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Snell, guarded by Porter, and the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
The Bucks shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. On the free throw, no good. And there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. That'll be his second foul of the game. Denver leading by 4. Here's Thomas. He's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn. He kicks it to Murray. From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for Denver. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll get right back to the action when we return. The 5'9" Isaiah Thomas has made a career out of proving his doubters wrong.
Ever since I was a little boy, they always said, you're not going to be this good in high school. Then when I got to high school and played pretty well, they said, well, you're not going to do that good in college. And when I got to college, they said, well, the NBA, those guys are too big. They're too fast, too strong. The things you do in college won't work in the NBA. And I've just kept pushing ever since. I have a goal of mine. I want to be one of the best little guys to ever play the game.
Well, no question about it, Greg. Isaiah Thomas still plays with something to prove.
Definitely what drives him. I mean, hungry to show that he's a top player regardless of size.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
Well, you just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of 1? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. We've got Ilyasova. He's out there with Maker. Tony Snell is out there with George Hill. And it's Connaughton in at the 2.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Now here's Maker. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good.
Well, superb length shown there by Thon Maker. He has tremendous will that time to beat the other guys to the ball.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap is an all-star forward whose dedication to the game is reflected in his year-to-year improvement. He said, the drive to the gym is where I find my peace, getting my mind prepared. I come with the mindset of getting better. It's gotten me this far. Kevin?
He is a true professional. David, thank you. And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That is his first foul of the game. The Nuggets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Lopez is checked in. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Knocks it loose. Thomas inside. And Maker sends it back.
Well, the positioning of Thon Maker is going to help him be a much more dependable shot blocker.
And so Thomas will bring it up for the Nuggets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Yeah, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league. And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Connaughton. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. And with Hill and his defense, perhaps what is best about it is that he can guard Greg both guard positions, and that makes him valuable.
Yeah, and that flexibility gives a coach and his lineup so much leeway. Hill has a great wingspan, about 6'9", and can be very disruptive defensively. Very good at fighting through screens to stick with his assignments as well.
Down low, here's Maker. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
I think Thon Maker knows this. He's got to continue to work on his body, build some muscle mass. Finishes like this will be more effective and happen more often.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Denver. Now for the Bucks in 2017, Brent, disagreement over front office candidates, a divided leadership structure. If you're on that roster, how much of those kinds of things concern you?
I don't think the players are worried about that at all, because what you have now is a new voice in the locker room. You're going to have to learn a lot of new language, new offense, new defense. And that's enough to make you think just about basketball and not the business of basketball, Kevin.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Barton. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Misses from short range.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Now here's Barton. George Hill missing his last shot. Barton right side to the paint. Here's Hernan Gomez. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Hill. We've heard Coach Steve Kerr say the power forward position as we knew it is disappearing. You could say that maybe about the center position too.
I don't want to say that about the center position. What I want to tell you, Kevin, in my humble opinion, is that the center position has changed.
It's evolved.
So yeah, I don't want to say that it's just disappeared, because there are players out there that are playing that position and doing a lot of the things that you would qualify as center-centric: screening, going down to the block, rim running to the post, being an option down low. But it's definitely changed.
But now we're seeing him go out and defend smaller guys in the perimeter, taking threes, and that's what's weird for your eyes to just kind of absorb what's going on.
Well, it's weird to absorb not only that and what those players individually are asked to do, but when you're at a game and you're sitting in the stands and all of a sudden you see 5 guys that are outside the three-point line. I mean, go back to the game in the 80s. It's the exact opposite. It was like, you know, a bunch of ants on top of a lost candy bar sitting in the lane, gnawing at one another.
Right.
It's just changed. So the center position, not disappeared, just changed.
Now here's Barton. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Hernan Gomez covering, and it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Nuggets have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Antetokounmpo defending. Hill against Barton. 5 to shoot. Now the pass to Jokic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Bucks trail. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Misses the easy stuff.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
You're right. Barton against Hill. Miles with a wide open look. Offensive rebound. And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. Paul Millsap is checked in for Wise. The Bucks also changing it up. Chris Middleton comes in for Thon Maker. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for George Hill. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Antetokounmpo kicks to Bledsoe. Back to Antetokounmpo. Jokic against Lopez. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Defended by Middleton. And Middleton with the block.
Well, the long arms of Middleton getting up there on defense and throwing that one away.
Goes up again. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. He just can't buy a bucket right now.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Denver. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And it's Barton atop the key. Back to Harris. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Denver making a switch here. Porter's checked in. That's good from Harris. And such a great shooting stroke for Gary Harris. Brent, starting to become a guy who can create as well for others.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he has a score-first mentality, but he's capable of doing that, and it's really about the team. He really does whatever it is that the staff is asking of him. He's surrounded by some good young talent, and he seems to fit right in with everything that goes on top of the responsibilities that Mike Malone gives him.
Barton wide open. He fires. The Nuggets with another miss. Inside. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Lopez.
Eric Bledsoe concentrating right now on dishing it out, trying to find some of his open teammates.
Barton dishes to Millsap. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Well, this team now has to settle in right here and have a great possession without getting so aggressive that you compound your mistake.
Millsap misses. Milwaukee has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. To the paint. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And they can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Middleton can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail. Harris looking it over. The kick out to Barton. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Barton's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And you can see how dangerous that catch and shoot game can be. Will Barton continues to impress.
Bledsoe against Barton. Outside, Antetokounmpo to the paint. Ilyasova hits the bucket. Ilyasova's got the lead up to 2 now for Milwaukee.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Bledsoe against Barton. Pass to Jokic. Porter kicks to Barton. Back to Porter. There's the triple. It's good from long range. Porter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And you already see the great range, a calling card of Porter's, even back in high school. Shot 47% as a senior.
For 3, Brogdon. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pass to Harris. And again, it's Denver.
Harris is an efficient shooter, especially from the mid-range, where he can be money.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though, one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
First free throw is good. And Jokic, Greg, said he was a fat point guard until he got taller.
Well, even now, Kevin, Jokic, not the most chiseled physique, but the point guard background makes sense. His playmaking for a center is off the charts.
Murray's checked in for the Nuggets. Thomas comes in for Will Barton, and he makes both free throws.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
To the wing right side. Jokic with it, now guarded by Bledsoe. Jokic, no good.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
Now here's Ilyasova. 9 points last game. Good. Bledsoe's got 5. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Murray against Brogdon. The 11-footer. Murray, no good. Milwaukee in the lead. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Malcolm Brogdon, a second-round pick. He won the Rookie of the Year in 2017. And maybe we shouldn't have been surprised at all. In Virginia, he was the ACC Player of the Year and the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. Solid foundation coming into the league.
That free throw missing. Well, Brogdon, only the 4th player in NBA history, Brent, to shoot over 40% from long range in his first season in the league.
Well, he adapted pretty quickly to the step back and longer distance of the NBA three-point line. He was also smart enough to be selective with it. Had a tremendous year.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 10. Thomas, it's a wide open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And that's now 7 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
Middleton against Porter. Middleton finds Brogdon. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Denver's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Thomas against Bledsoe. Thomas passes to Millsap. Another 3 for Denver.
A reliable three-point shooter as his career has gone on. Much different than his early days in Utah.
Bledsoe kicks to Brogdon. 32 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Ilyasova. And too long on the shot.
Now, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
Outside Thomas. The tray. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Antetokounmpo passes to Brogdon. Off target from the wing. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. Now it's a 7-point Nugget lead.
And Murray's the kind of shooter that you appreciate in the flow of the game, but when he gets in this kind of rhythm, look out.
And so it's Denver heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Jamal Murray has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, 6 assists, and 2 steals. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. And it's led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers. And now they need to stay mean, Ernie. Cannot lose that edge in the second half.
And over to Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, it's never easy to play on the road, and the score reflects that. Just doesn't seem like they're well prepared for this matchup. Every time they tried to make a run, they got derailed. I think to refocus their efforts in the second half, they're going to need to play with a lot more determination for a chance to win this.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
The lights of downtown Denver shimmering in the background as we welcome you back to the Mile High City and the Pepsi Center. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
Yeah, you know, you don't think of him as a big-time playmaker, but over the first 2 quarters, that's exactly what he was.
Moving the basketball and making the extra pass, making the defense work harder to stop them. Nice offense there.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Bucks trail by 7. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic the pair inside. Murray out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's Barton in at the small forward position. 4 on the clock, inside, and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Putting up about 25 points per game, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
Now, here's Jokic. Murray, no good.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Well, you love the fearless, aggressive attitude. Doesn't let size matter.
Well, he also has that innate ability to just create enough separation. It's a nice move.
Pass to Middleton. Shoots over Barton. Good on that shot. And with that, the Nugget lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket for Middleton.
Middleton only takes a second to get that shot off. Such a good catch and shoot game.
Murray kicks to Millsap. Out left to the wing. Thomas surveying the D. Now the pass to Jokic. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Bucks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And that one's good, Brogdon.
Yeah, they're playing with a huge bit of confidence and some fire here. They've recorded 3 in a row here, guys.
Bledsoe against Murray. Kicks it to Thomas. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 5 rebounds tonight.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Well, the Bucks with the superstar talent in Giannis Antetokounmpo, the critical decision this summer for selecting a new coach came down to a very qualified one in Mike Budenholzer. And with all the options out there, 9 coaching changes, I think that Bud saw the opportunity in Milwaukee as being a great one to push this team a little bit forward. The talent on the roster tantalizing enough for him to head to Milwaukee after his stint in Atlanta.
Harris is checked in for Isaiah Thomas. The Bucks also with the sub. Connaughton's checked in.
And it just keeps coming at you. Giannis has so much energy, and when he's this aggressive, he is just a dynamite offensive player.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And Mike Budenholzer, the 2015 Coach of the Year, 4 titles, Brent, as an assistant in San Antonio. How do you like the fit for him now in Milwaukee?
Well, I think that the players are going to really enjoy the attention to detail that Coach Bud and his entire staff who are coming with him will put into place. There's an efficiency with which they'll get the work done, and they're going to have to be thinking on their feet, learning a new offense and some things fundamentally on defense that he'll get them excited about.
The Nuggets trail by 5, and the foul on Eric Bledsoe. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Miles checked in for Denver. George Hill's checked in for the Bucks. Three minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. Murray against Hill. Trying to end the drought, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Hill.
That's not a bad heads-up play there for Murray, easily going into the contact and earning the whistle.
And with the playmaking in Denver's front court, point guard Jamal Murray is free to hunt his shot. Very comfortable playing off the ball.
The first one falls. And you look at Jamal Murray's assist numbers, he's more like a 2-guard.
Well, he's kind of a combo, 6'4", 6'5"-ish, but you can't have enough shooting, and he's got a quick trigger.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for Denver. The Bucks also with the sub. Tony Snell's checked in for Chris Middleton. And so he makes both from the line.
Now, there's a lot of potential left in the tank for Jamal Murray. He's able to play both guard spots, but it's that sweet jump shot that has his teammates and the coaching staff salivating about where his ceiling is.
Buries the jumper to finish the break. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. And last season, not the one Brook Lopez wanted to have before heading into free agency.
He just never seemed to find a place with the Lakers and saw his minutes decline as he wasn't in their plans. Averaged a career low in terms of minutes played per game last year. And I think he still's got a lot to offer and should bounce back closer to his all-star level of output.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Lopez.
Interesting, Kevin. I got drafted by the Nuggets, never played there. They drafted me 15th overall back in the 1995 draft and then shipped me out. I would have been a much better skier, by the way.
Brook Lopez hits them both. And Brent, I'm thinking back to that trade. The Nuggets were moving up to select Antonio McDyess.
Yeah, McDyess went number 2 overall and obviously went on to have a pretty stellar career. And Rodney Rogers and I went to Los Angeles, where I got a lot of early minutes in my rookie campaign. So interesting trade on draft night.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
He'll find Snell. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Nuggets making a switch here. Hernan Gomez is checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Akers checked in for Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Lopez has got 10 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. Harris outside. Barton kicks to Lyles. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. 5 on the clock. And here is Harris. 9 points in the game so far. Barton outside. He nails it, and we're tied up. 7 points in the game.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here is Hill. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. To the middle. Lopez with the steal. Hill up top. Barton defending. It's stolen by Lyles. Now here is Harris. He's guarded closely. He kicks it to Barton. Back to Harris for the lead. The rebound by the Bucks. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. Here's Connaughton. And it's off from three-point range. For Denver, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Here's Barton, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, Will Barton, think that this is a guy who came out of nowhere, but he was a 5-star recruit back in high school. Interesting thing is that he has not grown all that much since his time in high school, but certainly his game has.
That free throw, no good. And of course, Barton's second-round pick struggled early to find his niche in this game.
Yeah, another one of those guys that had to have a little bit of time in the developmental league in the first couple seasons. We're all about the learning process, and then boom, the light goes on, the shooting starts to improve. He gets in the right system, he gets the right opportunity. He's been a very strong contributor ever since.
One shot, gentlemen.
An exciting team in Denver these days, and their fans are letting them know it.
Yeah, they're starting to get fired up in Denver. The arena sold out 14 times last year compared to just 3 times the year before. So for decades, this has been a football town. Nuggets starting to garner some attention with the type of roster and the way that they play.
Now here is Harris following the miss by Brook Lopez. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Wednesday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Friday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And for that game against the Trailblazers, It's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
First one falls for him. The Milwaukee Bucks looking to move the needle with their new head coaching hire. If you're in that role, Brent, what changes do you make?
Well, I think the team just needs to find a little bit better cohesion on the defensive end. They tried a lot of things schematically last year that I don't think they were as connected as they needed to be there. And as far as personnel goes, they're really lacking some consistency from outside on the perimeter, their perimeter shooting. I know Tony Snell had a decent year, but there's not a lot of three-point attack from the Milwaukee Bucks. It makes it tough for them to score.
Now here is Hill. At the elbow, Maker over Plumlee, and Maker the bucket on the assist by Hill. Hill's got his 6th assist on the night.
Maker continuing to show different parts of his game. That time, mid-range.
Barton against Hill. Barton passes to Harris. Back to Barton. Lets the 3 fly. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Barton's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the 3-point line or you risk getting burned.
Here's Connaughton. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Snell from outside. Not going to go that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And Maker sends it back. Outside Hill. Back to Lopez. To the left wing. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Harris. Hill finds Lopez. Clock at 6. 3-pointers. Snell. It's hauled in by Harris.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
And Gary Harris, a 6'4" shooting guard out of Michigan State. On paper, you might call him undersized, but with his strength and toughness, he's got it covered.
And if you're making a list of the best young shooting guards in the league, Greg, I got to think that Gary Harris is on that list.
Absolutely. A two-way player, defends his tail off, and offensively, he can score at all 3 levels.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Porter's checked in. Now here is Hill. Pass to Ilyasova. In the corner, Snell with it. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Plumlee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Inside. Got a piece of it.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Barton outside. In the corner, it's Harris. And the 3 off target.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't figure out what's wrong, but he keeps trying to push through.
Here's Connaughton. Over Harris. And it's Connaughton missing. Barton against Hill. Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Yeah, no more can we talk about underrated jumping ability from the Plumlees. Suddenly he's up and attacking the rim.
Hill kicks to Ilyasova. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
Well, in this day and age, big men shoot more and more 3-pointers, and he's fully capable of a triple.
Yep, that one goes. Lyles got 4 points this quarter.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Pass to Snell. Launches a 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
Well, George Hill recognizing when his man was open, an effective pass that time.
Barton surveying the floor. Here's Lyles. Again, the Nuggets score. Milwaukee's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from 3-point land in the second half. Outside Hill. Lopez outside. Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Lyles. He's around 6 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
For the Nuggets, Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Trey Lyles, and Thomas subbed in for Barton. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Lopez. Chris Middleton comes in for Tony Snell. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Pat Connaughton, and it's Eric Bledsoe in for George Hill. The Bucks trail. Here's Brogdon. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's on Gary Harris.
Yeah, scoring through a pretty good hit right there is Malcolm Brogdon. Here's an N1 opportunity.
And Malcolm Brogdon, the son of a lawyer and a college dean, no less. His maturity and thoughtfulness certainly reflect that upbringing.
Murray's checked in for Harris.
One shot.
And with the way Brogdon conducts himself, some teammates call him, Greg, the president.
Yeah, he has an air about him. He has that leadership quality and has a goal to create an NGO to alleviate poverty and hunger in developing nations. Who knows? Politics might not be out of the question for this young man.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Pass to Ilyasova. Middleton on the wing, guarded by Porter. Middleton can't get it to go.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Here's Bledsoe. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the third. Shots good by Middleton.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Porter passes to Thomas. Here's Jokic. Here's Millsap. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, burning up the defense right now is Millsap on the interior, just finding enough space to create scoring chances.
Bledsoe outside. Misses the chippy right there.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Now, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nuggets ahead, up 1. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on Coach Mike Malone.
Raising a shot, no hesitation, we're back. They're trying to come every time, all right? Set our defense up, make a play against our set D, all right? We just got to take care of it and defend without fouling, okay?
Well, GA, he's commanding his squad to be smarter on defense.
Gotta find a way to just stop the momentum, and I think it's going to start with strong defense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter, Middleton and Giannis are your small and power forwards. Brogdon out there at Bledsoe, and it's Ilyasova in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, Chris Middleton recognizing the transition opportunity and taking off down the court to get ahead of everybody.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Out left to the wing. Murray kicks to Jokic. Back to Murray. Outside for Thomas. It's hauled in by Ilyasova.
That's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often.
Antetokounmpo, no good. Nuggets trail. Outside Thomas. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
Now here's Bledsoe. And there's the pass to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Here's Thomas after the basket by Milwaukee. Now Millsap. Outside Thomas. Porter kicks to Murray. Clock at 4. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And that one's good by Porter.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Passes it to Brogdon. Back to Bledsoe. Pass to Brogdon. Kicks it down to Middleton. That three off the mark. Stolen by Brogdon. Now the dish to Antetokounmpo. From deep, Ilyasova. Ball's knocked loose. Second shot opportunity. That shot off. Nice D from Porter. In the corner, Murray with it. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And now a 4-point Nugget lead.
Now that's not bad form there. You don't have to tell Murray twice to let it fly from there with that much room.
Down low, Middleton. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Millsap against Antetokounmpo. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. Thomas with the ball. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Here's the floater. And it's laid up and in by Thomas.
Terrific use of the floater. Unguardable, really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Ilyasova. And the three off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Ilyasova against Thomas. Pass to Jokic. Over Bledsoe. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 11 rebounds in the game. To the inside. Middleton can't get it to go.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Porter looking it over. And Thomas has it in the corner. Back to Porter. Murray against Brogdon. Fires the three. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Shots good by Middleton.
Yeah, you don't want to leave Middleton from that area. His mid-range game is on fire, draining those shots often.
Jokic finds Porter. Back to Jokic. Over Ilyasova. And again, Denver no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
And he's just working and working and working. Tireless.
Martin's checked in for Porter. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Lopez is checked in. Here's Murray. Outside Thomas. Just 5 to shoot. Over Middleton. And that one hits back iron.
Yeah, that was $1 million crossover to free him up, but that finish, I'd give him 50 cents. And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
His rebound total now in the double digits. been an animal all night long.
Jokic kicks to Barton. Back to Jokic. Thomas against Brogdon. Thomas passes to Millsap for three. Murray. Offensive rebound. Jokic on the follow. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
Yeah, Jokic is not the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive, and he makes that one.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And the pass to Jokic. Kicks it to Thomas. From the baseline. Jump shot is good. Thomas got 6 here in this quarter.
And as much offense as we saw earlier, I mean, we're seeing even more of it here now late in the game.
What is this, February? Feels like an all-star game has broken out. Neither side willing or able to stop the other.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. And the foul on Will Barton. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Gary Harris, he's checked in for Denver. And the foul on Will Barton. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
Here's Lopez. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Interior D lacking, and it couldn't be at a worse time giving up that easy one.
Well, just an incredibly slow rotation. That is someone's responsibility and something they're going to need to discuss.
Thomas, good.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Bucks trail by 4. And Middleton kicks to Bledsoe. Middleton drives in. Here's Lopez. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Lopez has got 11 in the second half. Passes it to Jokic. Back to Thomas. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. But they get it back. The shot by Brogdon wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Well, everything in sync right now for Brogdon. Nice base, good timing, good release.
Thomas finds Harris. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Antetokounmpo. Here's Brogdon, and he jams it with authority.
Just more and more you see these small little plays that give you an idea how much Giannis is assimilating with his offensive game. Angles, passes, and more playmaking.
And here are the Nuggets now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Thomas goes in. Count it. Good. Thomas has got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Now here's Bledsoe. Down low, Millsap with the steal. Ahead. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist from Thomas. And now a 4-point Nugget lead. Milwaukee has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Bledsoe. For 3, Middleton. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Harris up top, guarded by Bledsoe. Harris passes to Barton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
I don't think that bothered Will Barton in the least, just rising up and knocking down a pressure-filled shot.
Bledsoe, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 8th assist in the game. Middleton against Barton. Pass to Jokic. A 3-ball. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
Not sure I'd call him a stretch 5 because he can't touch his toes, but Jokic has the capacity and a consistent outside shot.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
It's so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Murray's checked in.
One shot.
Really relish these moments, and he loves those pressure situations.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Right wing. Here's Jokic, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Brogdon. No good. Some solid defense from Harris. Stolen by Bledsoe. Some solid defense from Harris.
Well, important to get great balance if you get bumped on your way to the basket. Still something that every player tries to get comfortable with.
Bucks trail by 4. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
This is why you got to love where Giannis is in the young part of his career, willing to drain a crucial shot for his ball club.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Good D by Lopez.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
He had a foul to give there, but he'd rather not have it cost your team points.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Well, Brogdon being the rookie of the year and coming in and doing a great job for the Milwaukee Bucks. This is a guy who could play either guard position and has a great mentality and great poise as a point guard.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And you just have to understand that hours and hours of practice mean that clutch free throws become easy.
Murray kicks to Jokic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Brook Lopez.
And Jokic, even though we look at his body and you don't think he plays physically, he can do that.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 2-point ball game.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Antetokounmpo against Millsap. Lopez right side, and Bledsoe has it in the corner. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Denver with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
I think Will Barton has figured out that scoring from the free throw line can be a good thing.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And thanks to his good work at the line there, now we have a 2-possession ball game.
Now here's Antetokounmpo over Millsap. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt. Professional move all the way. Puts the team on his back when it matters most.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And Gary Harris has a ton of confidence, has a ton of versatility, and is so important for this team. It'll be fun to watch the maturation process of one Gary Harris.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 4. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
They'd love to get it into the hands of their best scorer, but you also need a backup plan. Plan B has to be covered.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. And even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look, guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Thank you, David. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Middleton finds Bledsoe over Murray. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
So important to just stay poised, go through your routine. He did a good job there of just keeping his composure and putting those 2 away.
Timeout called the Bucks. They trail by 6. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And they still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Definitely. Everything has to happen perfectly just to give them a chance.
Sinks it.
Giannis right now getting hard work done on the inside to get some extra possession.
5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game. High post Lopez over Jokic. So we see Denver get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some. And what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open. But some of the concepts have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy in. And that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.